Hello students. Now let us see the physical property of ammonia. How ammonia react with metallic salts. So here ammonia react with the two types of salt, that is iron containing salt, ionic salts, and that is Fe salt, and copper containing salt. Okay. So when ammonia react with Fe salts, it forms hydroxides. Okay. And when ammonia combine with or react with copper salt, it forms complex, coordination complexes. Fine. So both are metallic salts. So the product what is obtained when ammonia react with these salts are different. In the case of iron salt, when ammonia react, it gives the product as hydroxides, metallic hydroxides. Whereas in the case of copper salt, the product is complexes, that is coordination complexes. So now let us look at the reaction here. So here iron salt. So iron salt means here we are taking the iron chloride, FeCl3, ferric chloride. Okay. So when this ferric chloride react with the ammonium solution, ammonium hydroxide. So here we are taking ammonia in the form of solution, that is ammonium hydroxide, that is NH4OH. So when ammonium present in this NH4OH combined with the ferric chloride, the product what we get is ferric hydroxide, FeOH thrice. Along with the ferric hydroxide, you also get ammonium chloride. Okay. Now, this reaction's ionic form only we are written is written at the bottom. So Fe. So when we separate it, the charges. So Fe will be having the positive charge and chlorine will be having negative charge. So only the cations will be writing here. Okay. We are not writing any anions. Only the cations will write here. So Fe it is the charge is plus 3. So Fe plus 3. And here only NH4 we write. So NH4 charge is plus. So it is a cation. Give rise to, we don't write OH now. So here 3 NH4OH is there. So in this 3 NH4OH only we are writing 3 NH4 plus ions only we write here. 3 OH will be used up during the reaction here. Okay. Then here ferric hydroxide we write it as it is, and here also only the cation, that is NH4 plus ion we write. Yes. Now. So here ferric ion, that is Fe3 plus ion, react with 3 ammonium ions NH4 plus ion to give ferric hydroxide and 3 NH4 plus ion. Okay, so this reaction only is given in your textbook. So this reaction is the ionic form of this reaction. So you should not confuse. Okay, so this Fe3 plus is coming from ferric chloride. And NH4 is coming from ammonium hydroxide, and ferric hydroxide as it is written, and here NH4 plus is coming from ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. Okay, so from this it is very clear that when ammonia react with the metallic salt like ferric chloride, yes, you get the product as ferric hydroxide. Fine. Now let us look into the case of copper salt. So when ammonia combined with the copper salt, yes, so copper salt also here we are written in the ionic form only Cu2 plus ion. So when ammonia combined with the Cu2 plus ion of the metallic salt, then you get the complex here. So here this complex is a coordination complex. So that is Cu NH3 2 plus. Okay. So Cu it is copper. The charge of the copper it is 2 plus, and NH3 NH3 is here. So here it is written as NH3 Yes, so Cu NH3 and the oxidation state is 2 plus. Okay, so the name of this compound, so this is a coordination compound. Fine. So name of this coordination compound is tetraamine. So why is it tetraamine? Because 4. Tetra means 4 means tetra. Okay, so 4 amino, that is ammonia is there. So for that reason in coordination chemistry, for this ammonia we represent as amine by writing the names of the coordination complexes. We instead of for ammonia. So ammonia is acting as a ligand here. So for this ligand, we just write the name as amine. Okay. So it is according to the IUPAC nomenclature. Fine. So for amine, ammonia, we represent it as amine by writing the IUPAC name. Okay. So here it is 4 ammonia is there. So that's why it is tetraamine. Copper 2. So 2 is nothing but your oxidation state of this complete complex, that is 2 plus. So tetraamine copper 2 iron it is. So it is in the ionic form because charge is there. So it is the ionic form. So this is the coordination complex which is obtained when the ammonia is reacting with the metallic salt. Fine. Now let us see the formation of amines. So ammonia, they can combine with any compounds and they form ammoniated compound. Yes. So ammonia, they can combine with any compound. So once ammonia is combined with a particular compound, that compound is called as ammoniated compound. Okay. So how this ammoniated compound is formed? So a iron dipole attraction takes place between the ammonia and the compound. Okay, so iron dipole attraction. So this type of attraction is existing between the compound and the ammonia, and as a result it forms ammoniated compound. So one example is calcium chloride with 8 ammonia, 8NH3. Okay, so this is an ammoniated compound. Calcium chloride is being attracted with the 8 ammonia molecules. Fine. Now here we should understand what is this iron dipole attraction. So dipole means we know two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance is called as a dipole, right? Two equal and opposite charges. Opposite charges and they separated by a particular distance, that is called as dipole. So this ammonia, when combined with compound, a iron dipole attraction is seen. As a result they form an ammoniated compound. So in the ammonia, the negative end of the ammonia. So ammonia is acting as the negative end, that is the ammonia ion, the negative end of this ammonia ion. So that is getting attracted to the Ca2 plus ion of calcium chloride. Okay, so in the ammonia, the negative end of this ammonia. Yes, so negative end of this ammonia, it is getting attracted towards the Ca2 plus ion of this calcium chloride. Understanding? Now, so this ammonia, it acts as a ligand. In coordination chemistry, ammonia is acting as a ligand when it combined with other elements. Yes, when ammonia combined with other elements or other metallic salts or other compounds, it forms ligands. So likewise, when ligands are there, then that compound is called as a coordination compound. Okay, so according to coordination chemistry, ammonia is acting as a ligand. Yes, and for that reason, that compound is ammoniated compound is also a coordination compound. Okay, so now here example, now this is an ammoniated compound, this is acting as a coordination compound. So here you can see one in bracket, square bracket. If the compounds are having the square bracket like this, that means it is a coordination compound or the complex compound. Okay, so here ammonia, it can combine with cobalt, CO. So when ammonia combined with cobalt, it forms a coordination compound like CONH3 6. And with the charge of this compound is 3 plus. Okay, so since ammonia combined with the cobalt and form the coordination compound, so the name of this compound is hexaamine. 6 ammonia group is there, right? So for that reason we call it as 6 means hexa. Hexaamine in coordination chemistry for ammonia we call it as amine. Okay, hexaamine cobalt 3 iron. Okay, so likewise here also ammonia can also combine with the silver. Okay, so 2 ammonia can combine with silver and form coordination complex compound. So that is, so here also diamine silver iron. Okay, diamine silver iron. Okay, so here there is only one. So you can write in the bracket as 1 iron, or if you don't write one also not a problem. You can just write it like diamine silver iron. Got it? Now likewise another one is, as we have seen earlier, that ammonia can combine with the copper metallic salt. Okay, so when it combines with copper metallic salt, ammonia will have an iron dipole attraction with that of the copper Cu2 plus iron. Yes, Cu2 plus iron, and it form a coordination complex. So that is tetraamine copper 2 iron. Okay, so this tetraamine 2 molecules are compounding with the copper. When it is ammonia is reacting with the copper sulfate. So copper sulfate is a metallic salt. So when ammonia is getting combined with the copper sulfate, okay, so copper and ammonia combine together and they form the compound. So that is the coordination compound here. Yes, and the charge of this coordination compound is 2+. So that's why the name, according to IUPAC name, the name of this coordination complex is, or coordination compound is tetraamine copper 2 ion. Fine. So that's it about the formation of amines. Yes. So that's it about your physical properties of ammonia. Now let us see the structure of ammonia. So ammonia, we know the formula is NH3. One nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms combine together to form the structure of ammonia. So here the nitrogen atom is the center atom and attached to the nitrogen atom is the 3 hydrogen atom. Yes. So on the top of the nitrogen atom there are 2 electrons, a pair of electrons. So these electrons are called as lone pair of electrons. So why is it called as lone pair of electrons? Because these electrons does not take part in bonding of this nitrogen with that of the with the hydrogen in the case of ammonia. So they are separated from bonding. So that's why these are called as lone pair of electrons and they are placed at the top of the nitrogen atom. Fine. Then the 3 hydrogen atoms are attached, one to the right and other to the left and one to the center. Okay. Now there are 3 bonds are there between the nitrogen and hydrogen atom. So these bonds contain, each bond containing 2 electrons, a pair of electrons. So likewise 3 bonds are there, that means 3 pairs of electrons are involved here in bonding of nitrogen and hydrogen. Okay, so 3 bond pairs are there. Okay, then the bond angle between the hydrogen, between this bond and this bond, the bond angle is 107.8 degree. Okay, and the length of this bond between hydrogen and hydrogen, so that length is 1.1020 Armstrong unit, and when we tell it in the case of picometer, we tell it as 101.6 picometer. Okay, and the hybridization involved in this ammonia is sp3 hybridization. Nitrogen is bonded to hydrogen by means of sp3 hybridization. Okay, now by looking to the shape of this ammonia, the ammonia is having a tetrahedral pyramidal shape. Okay, so when you join this nitrogen with that of this hydrogen, you get the shape of a pyramid and it is tetrahedral. Though it resembles like of a tetrahedral, but the structure, when we look into the structure of ammonia, it is trigonal pyramidal in shape. Okay, it just resembles to that of tetrahedral, but to the shape, the geometric shape of ammonia is trigonal pyramidal in shape. Okay, so that's it about your structure of ammonia. Now let us look into the uses of ammonia. So there are wide variety of uses for ammonia. So few chief uses, let me explain here. So ammonia is used as a refrigerant gas. Yes, then it is acting as a cooling agent there. Then second chief use of ammonia is that it is used in manufacture of fertilizers, and the third one is that it is used as a cleansing agent. Okay, so the deep stains on the fabrics can be removed by using ammonia. So that's why it is used in as cleansing agent. Okay, so that's all about your structure of ammonia and uses of ammonia. So hope you understood the concept clearly. Thank you.